Hello and welcome to Hamilton Park, Strand Hill for the Energia Community Series Round 2 game here between Sligo and Galwegians. We're just kicking off with Ewan Brown. I'm Adrian Parton, joined by Ken O'Neill. Ken, it's good to be back at live sport and rugby here in Hamilton Park.
It's absolutely brilliant to be back. You know, there's so many games called off this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's great to see a game here in Hamilton Park, and such glorious day as well.
Glorious day in Hamilton Park as well. We'll run through the teams in seconds. Ewan Brown has kicked that. Is out in the full? No. So we grub her on. We'll run you through when the first line now comes. We'll start with Sligo. The front run is Kuba Wojciech, Matty Early, Pedro Bangalo, the Brazilian international, completes the front row. A lock. The locks are Craig Trimble and Adrian Cummins, Mata Fafita, Brian West flankers with Jim O'Dowdhill at number 8, the captain, the co-captain this year. Brendan Coynham as a scrum half, Ewan Brown at 10. His wingers are Cal Goddard and Cal Goddard and Phil Carter, and full back is Guillermo Cogueto, yet another Brazilian international. We'll talk about them in a minute because the action is here in the middle of the pitch as Wegians come forward. It's their first game off this year. It's their first game in 7 months, in fact. They've had time off. Sligo played Bucks last week in the first round of this community series, and a big win they had, 33 points to 7. Ball on the stand side here over in Hamilton Park. It's
a couple of good strong runs by the number 5 there from Wegians.
Physical early on. All right, Ken. As Wegians come, they're here. It looks like they've come to play as well.
Yeah, they're working in pods. Number 5 there, Toomey, I think it was. He had a great all run. Little box kick down to Guy in the corner.
Guy will do that. Line out on the Sligo 5 metre line. Defensive one. They're hoping to clear their lines here. We'll go through the Wegians team pretty quick here. I'll give you the front row of Gary Lally, Angelo Johnson, Stephen Highland. Second row of Oisin Foden, Owen Tormey, Matthew Towie, Rugby League international, is at 6. 7 is Mike O'Donnell and their captain, Kerry Man, Kieran Downey is 8. We'll run through the backs in a minute as Matty Early gets prepared to take this line out. Under pressure early, Ken. Yeah,
that was great intensity though by Galwegians. They're really bringing the game to Sligo, and they're looking at running that ball whenever they can. You know, so the pace straight away, really fast from Galwegians. So a great start by them. And
Sligo got the penalty for offside there. That's a bit of luck there. Well, I say luck, but Jim O'Dowdhill, the captain, the co-captain for this year with Jack Keegan, done well to take that line out down, and Ewan Brown will clear the lines here. The wind in Ewan's face a little bit, but not too breezy for a Strand Hill Saturday in October.
Is only going to run after that ball?
We better not. We're up here on a picnic bench in Strand Hill.
But while it's not as big a breeze that can be here in Strand Hill, still a testing breeze now. You know, it's not an easy kick from down in the corner there. You want to relieve that bit of pressure that the Galway crowd are putting on you. So
yeah, they've started early. And that's a great steal by Jim O'Dowdhill, the captain, the co-captain. As I've said, I was chatting through the lads and I said the intensity brought to the pre-season really put him as our front runner for co-captain. Brendan Cunningham. Oh, is that's Matty Early? Is it? It is.
Yeah, good carry by Matt.
Sligo look to clear the lines here. I say, although Ewan Brown is looking up to the far side of the pitch. You wonder what is in mind. 2 tries last week in Bucks. Here we go.
Yes.
And here we go. It's Mark Keegan. And here's Cal Goddard. No, he goes to the far side. It's
but it's in the hands of Galway.
Hugh Galway, a really exciting prospect. Connacht Academy, an exciting Gaelic player too at St Mary's. In fact, I believe he's due to play Kieran Cup final at 8 o'clock this evening for St Mary's against Tour de Strand. So we'll see how he gets through today.
But it was a great break. It was a great pass by Ewan Brown to find Jack Keegan on the outside of the second centre. I thought the pass on the inside as opposed to going wide to Galway was the option just there.
I thought Cal was gone. Active gym, but look, they've made ground and Sligo keep in hand. Ball. They want to play ball. Oh, good hands, brilliant! And here goes Cogueto. Our Brazilian international. He has 14 casts for Brazil. Here's Ewan and Matty Early. The man with the mullet. Matty. He's on the way. Here's Cal. Picks it on and just out of play, just on the 22. That's good. That's good.
And great hands by Matty Early there on the outside. Good to see Cal Goddard back in the starting frame again because he was sick last weekend. He couldn't feature down in Athlone.
Cal missed through illness last weekend. He started excitingly today, as you said, Ken. He could have been away early on, and
he'd be so keen to get hands on the ball. You know, while he wasn't available last weekend, it's just that lack of rugby, that lack of sport over the last number of months because
long 7-8 months for Cal. All right.
Yeah.
Can Sligo contest here? They won the last Galwegians line out back in their own 22. I see Jim O'Dowdhill. He's looking. He knows the call nearly, I think, by him. It's good. Oh, it is crooked, yeah. There was a shout from the Sligo boys. They called it straight away. And our ref, Nathan Cairns from Castlebar, although I think he's an Australian man, we chatting him earlier, calls it crooked. So Sligo scrum, first scrum of the day.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Sligo had the upper hand in Bucks last weekend. They really just packed down and, you know, they dominated, I thought, the scrum until they made some of the changes, but that's a big front five and a powerful back row.
Powerful is right, and Mata's change from centre to 6. What do you think of that, or what? He's a dangerous animal.
He played in the pack for Connacht as well, so
yeah.
he's not. He's
not
familiar with the place, so it's not new to him. I think Mata could play in a lot of places, to be honest with you.
100%. Here we go, first scrum. Just to the right of the post, if you were looking from the Knocknarea end. Brendan Cummins in. Solid one by both sides.
Solid by both sides. Sligo just got a bit of a shove there. Yeah,
now we're moving. Advantage Sligo. Brendan Cunningham will the play. Oh, high tackle. Brendan comes on. We grub her through. Can't see.
Penalty advantage
penalty.
anyway.
And we'll see where to go from here, Sligo. Penalty just around 5 metres inside.
Would you take another scrum, Adrian?
Well, after the first one, you think so. Oh, no, it looks solid there for the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, both were set, but they just got a second shove on Sligo. I think they were calling it, yeah.
I see Brendan Leahy waving me there. Better give him a mention. In the greats in his club suit. Like the tie. It's the under 18 tie, Brendan, is it? Yeah. I've one of them myself. So Sligo scrum. About 5 minutes inside Galwegians 22. With 6 minutes gone in the game here. Pretty even start so far. Wegians were down in the Sligo 22. It looked like they were pushing, but Sligo really, they got it well. I thought Ewan Brown would have went along with it, but they put it through the hands. We'll see what they do here. Brendan Cunningham again to put into the scrum.
Set again,
Ball's
steady.
in.
Now the push is on.
It's up, the push is on. I'm sure they'll get another advantage here, will we?
Keep it in. No, keep it in.
I've done well to keep it in. Jim O'Dowd has kept it in. Here goes Brendan now. Another advantage. Ewan Brown, crossfield kick. Probably too far. Hubert Clavery's athletic enough to get it, though. No. Out, but Sligo will have another advantage. And surely, is it a scrum again?
I would go for another scrum because they just have them under so much pressure when they get that second shove on. So I think it has to be the call.
2 scrums, 2 penalties.
Pedro Bengallo is certainly calling for it.
Yeah, Pedro Bengallo, 24-year-old Brazilian international, a big man. He's 12 caps for Brazil. His debut back in 2017 against USA. He loves scrums. I seen the video from the Bucks game last week.
Yeah, he was very good. But I came out to training last night as well just to have a wee look around.
Yeah.
And he was very encouraging with the lads. Always looking to how to improve. How can we do things better? So it's great, and he'll bring some great kind of international experience to the lads as well.
That's huge, yeah.
But the training that he was getting, what the lads are doing here is real up tempo, real good work. And I guess the evidence was last weekend against Buccaneers.
Yeah. So Sligo's third scrum of the day. This one is a bit further on. It's around the 5 metre.
It's just outside the 5 metre line.
They've had 2 penalties from their first 2 scrums, so signs are good. Ominous for Galwegians so far, but here we go. Brendan Cunningham again to put in. Jeremy Dowd held them very well to last scrum to keep it actually.
The prop on this side is up again.
Yep.
Referee isn't looking at that.
He's not calling it in Cairns, but it's still moving forward for Sligo. It's moving forward. Here we go. Are we in? Ball down. It is. And a try for Sligo.
Good try. And that ultimately started from about 5 yards inside the 22 from the first try.
Was it Jim Dowdhill? Well, the decision's vindicated for going forward with the scrums. 2 penalties gained, 3 scrums. Sligo made 22 yards in total, I suppose, with their scrums. And there's 5 points on the board, 5-0.
Yeah, good start by Sligo.
I'm going to give that to Jim Dowdhill.
And there's the 2 props having a little clap on the back or slap on the back.
A little hug. I used to think Kuba was a huge man.
Yeah.
I see him beside Bengallo there, Pedro
makes Kuba look small. And
I believe we've got a lot of South American listeners going in. I have to say a few words to them.
We'll say bom dia to them all.
Well, it's hola bem-vindos, os nossos telespectadores, os americanos. I've been told that's welcome to all our viewers in South America.
I'll trust you, Adrian.
No, we've got huge followers on the Instagram and Twitter pages recently from the signing of the 2 lads. But just as we break ours, Ewan Brown tried to make it 7. Ewan hit 18 points last week. What a boost to get 2 internationals into the club.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for the club. It's great to see. When you consider the guys that aren't in that pack that have been playing for the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Is that gone a little bit right now?
He's going to give it. The crooked post done him no harm there.
When you consider there is no Shane Boyle, no Rob Holian, no Connor, Mitch.
Mitch,
Bowes,
Jack Gormley.
Yeah, Gormley.
Yeah.
When you consider all the names
Gormley,
that are absent from that pack, it's great to get somebody like Pedro Bengallo and his size and experience into that team. And
someone I wanted to mention as well. Well, it's strange to see him here, Ryan Feely. We'll talk about him in a while. Maybe Brendan Cunningham wants to see his chance to scrum half with Ryan away for Sligo GA for a few weeks. But good start for Sligo 7-0. Here goes Mata. Ewan will surely clear the lines here inside the 22. He does. He gets raid.
No, very, very, very simple tactic.
Yeah.
one caller, one catch, one pass and one kick and just exit, get set again.
See as Angelo Johnson will throw in for the line, although he's looking for a ball on the far side. I think that's in the Redmond's house there across the road. That mightn't come back if the and a fine punt onto the pitch.
But yeah, Ryan was on the pitch last week, all right. But he has.
He was on the pitch, but then he was on the pitch again on Sunday for Naomh Eoin Hurlers in the County Hurling final. He's playing with Sligo GA now for the rest of the footballers.
Busy boy. But you know, when you look at the back line, we spoke there briefly about the forwards, but the back line and the competition for spaces out there at the moment is just it's huge and it's brilliant.
Massive. It is massive.
Good big carry again by Weegians.
There goes Owen Tormey, the big number 5, the big lock for Weegians.
Yeah.
And I know they've only carried 2 or 3 times, but they've carried with intent so far.
Oh, they've carried with intent. They've always
tackle.
got over the gain line. You know, they're a yard ahead of it again there now.
Attack from Matty Early, young man. Matty Early, Carrick and Shannon, Ireland under 18 club side. He represented them. Here we go, kicking behind. It's not a great one. Cal Goddard, loose ball. Good hands. He might want to go to ground here. Yeah,
well done,
it
Cal.
is. The way
he bought himself time.
Yeah. Kuba carries. I seen Kuba running the roads during lockdown. He shed some weight. He was going outrageous times. That's a penalty.
That's well done.
Off the feet. Well done, Kuba.
But you know, Cal got out there in defence. You know, we love to see him with space. We love to see him with, you know, loads of green grass in front of him because he destroys defences. You know, he 17, 20 tries last season. He had to be Sligo's top try scorer, but in defence there he was excellent. Yeah. You know, a little bit of footwork, bought himself time, got the forwards in around, and results ultimately in a penalty that we can clear the lines and again have the put in or the throw in.
He nearly thrives under pressure, Cal. The more pressure, the better he is.
It's the measure of a man, or the measure of a great player that just doesn't panic under that pressure.
Matty
experience again.
Will line up for his, I think, his second liner of the day. Although that
sporting a lovely
that mullet might need some regulation. They're not regulation sideburns now. We'll have to get a measuring tape out for them. But the boy from Carrick and Shan, as he said, an Ireland under 18 representative, looking for a ball. The clock is still on, and Weegians are a bit annoyed about the fact the ball won't come in. Rory Gaffney, very talented. That's the second time he's at the fence here beside us. You can't see it. Third time lucky. Hopefully we'll get a ball back in. This game brought to you by Rafferty Insurance, of course. One of the great names in Sligo town.
Rafferty and Co.
Rafferty and Co. Sorry, accountants.
Oh no, Rory Rafferty and Company. I think it is now. That was a great catch at the back and a great drive again. Great ball.
Sligo are moving here. Their pack looks good. Ball in hand. Weegians aren't too bad, but at the set piece, Sligo look dominant so far.
Maybe just a little bit more composure and a little bit more organised.
Pedro has the ball. It's going back. A penalty advantage again.
Yeah.
That's he'll have to call that. Hands in there by the number 7. Mikey O'Donnell. So, what's the decision here, Ken?
I think it's a bit too far out to get the scrum, but I would certainly think a kick into the corner might be the option. The wind is just against Ewan in terms of a kick to posts, but he struck the last one well.
We called Pedro Bengallo, Pedro Bengallo, big man, but Craig Trimble there. My God, he's a unit too.
You know, he's just that tad bigger than Pedro, I guess. You know, but he's in great shape. Trimble, I believe he's a great pre-season and he's running well. Yep. So great to see him in the starting lineup.
He's locking down the scrum today with Adrian Cummins. Adrian came from a few years for GA with Colley St Joseph, so it's a big boost to have him back in the.
Great to see him back playing for Sligo. Yeah. Played the whole way in underage, and then obviously
Summerhill as well.
Summerhill hasn't played for a few years.
Yeah, great boost to have it. But it's the seamlessly fit back in as well. It just shows what a good player he is. Yeah. Here goes Ewan Brown to make it 10. We were iffy about his first one. The bent post might have got us, but he'll be in for the black spot here.
Great strike.
Great strike by Ewan Brown. That's an excellent strike. 10-0 Sligo.
Yeah. You could see the head didn't budge straight down. Good, powerful strike through the ball.
And you think he rectified, you were a kicker yourself, Ken, he rectified that little few inches from the first kick. He
bring
it further back into, I
suppose.
Yeah. That's Ewan. Up to 5 points for the 18 last week in Bucks with 2 tries as well.
Mentioning Adrian Cummins there, it was great to see him back, obviously. He put in a Trojan amount of work.
Oh.
Go on,
well. Here we go. His first time to really get hands. Look at this.
Great step.
He has some
step.
Conor McAdam clear. He is a huge step.
I'll come back to my Adrian Cummins story now in a minute. But that was great by Hubert, because he just got caught under the ball and didn't catch it cleanly.
He made about 15 yards there.
He
know it's went sideways a few times, but he made the yards.
I prefer an exit here now.
I would think so. That is the next call. Although we'll come back to you. Yeah, Ewan's deep. He's very deep. He's nearly in Joe Atkins' garden. It's not going for a play, is it? It's picked up by, I think that's Andy Neary there.
A little bit of crossing there, just accidental, but they're caught against it. But he went through a Trojan amount of work last weekend, Adrian Cummins, and both him and Jeremy O'Dowd were given, I think they called it the tackler or the most tackles of the weekend. Right. And you get a lovely prize for that. You get to run the gauntlet with the rest of the rest of the squad. So let's see if he'll put in as many tackles this weekend. It's
an awards ceremony you don't want to be a VIP at. It was Ewan will clear the line again. Sligo's 4th penalty of the game. Ewan's kicking. It's really improved the last he's here. And I think it's just, it's 2.5 seasons, nearly 3 seasons, and even his physicality has got so much bigger. He's really redeveloped. Great half he is. Yeah. Where was Sligo over here? Matty Early to throw in.
Hubert Galwegians coming across into the line.
I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of set play. As I said, it's good to be back in Hamilton Park. 7 months since Galway. Oh, was that a bit crooked? No. Sligo comes with good hands. He'd have good hands from the GA and from his rugby experience. And Sligo's pack are moving forward again.
Just the organisation. Eastley has been great.
Early. Has he got it off? He has. Brendan Coyneham's got. We kicked through. Look at Adrian Cummins. Go behind him. He might cook it down his long arms. Not. It'll be a 22.
Was he carried over?
I don't know. I think it was back right. Oh, he is carried over. So I thought that was a bit tight now.
This is a worrying little place that's scrummed down against that pack at the moment now from Galwegians' point of view. Nice little kick by Brendan Cunningham.
It was a very good kick, The Adrian Cummins chase as well, of course, made it by carrying him over. It was tight as he was. Did he carry him back over? But look, we'll take it from a Sligo point of view. 10-0 here.
Great vision by Brendan as well. It's always great to have a scrum half that can do that.
So we've 12 minutes gone here. Brendan's kick forward.
Because he put in a lovely little kick last weekend for Ewan Brown to score in the corner.
Yeah, that all came from, I suppose, Hubert Galwegians' recovery.
Great footwork by
Hubert Galwegians. And Ewan cleared the lines. Offside was called against Wegians. Set piece again. And the pack rolled forward. Here we go. This is scrum number 4. 2 of them have got penalties. The third got a try. There's a small push again. This is really struggling. The Wegians scrum is struggling here big time. The hand surely has to go for it. Oh.
It's gone around the full 90.
Sligo get the put in again. But it looks a bit ominous for the Wegians pack so far, Ken.
Yeah, it's they just they just need to try and pack down as a unit very tightly and just hold it and don't let Sligo get that second push. Sounds easier.
Yeah, it's easier said than done when you're
standing here looking at
big men.
Yeah,
although we're big men ourselves, Ken. Brendan Coynehamn will put in yet again.
And there's, I actually can't see this coming out past Jeremy O'Dowd's hill.
I wouldn't think so.
Feet at all.
No. Well, if we're going by the first 4 scrums, it's hard to see. That ball is in. Here we go. Sligo on the push. Oh, turning a bit there. Which that ball is out. I don't know which way the ref's going to call this, to be honest. He's over first pitch. Is he getting a penalty try? I think he is.
Yeah.
Yep, he is. Yeah. So, 17-0 Sligo. 16 minutes on the clock. The start they wanted.
Great start.
Didn't want.
It is. And look, Wegians play has been very good. It's been very positive at the very start. They're running. They're running off the bottom of rucks. Has been excellent. Their ball carrying excellent. It's just that set piece is killing them.
It's a challenge for Wegians now. They're 16 minutes on the clock here. They're 17-0 down. They need recovery. They need just hunker down for 10 minutes even. That's not going to... It does cross the 10. It was a great hand by Jim O'Dowd. Oh, no, that's okay. So you might see it on our cameras. Our camera's a bit higher than our vantage point here, but Sligo having Brendan Coynehamn.
There's a load of space behind 13 here.
At the early end. Here goes co-captain Jack Keegan. His brother Mark is a loss for Sligo this year. There's talk he might back after Christmas. We'll see. And here go Wegians. This is an attacking chance now. And this would have looked good. Ball in hand. Oh, he took it off a swing. 13. And that's at the full back. It's Conor Shaughnessy. And Wegians are in. No.
Oh, great tackle by
Oh, what an offload. And that is over, I think. He looked to be down. He's not. I can't really see what's going on. Rory Gaffney has the ball. Gaffney. Yes, he's in. Yeah. He is in. That's a good response from Galwegians.
A great attack down the left-hand side here. The fullback coming into the line.
Conor O'Shaughnessy, an all-rounder.
Oh, what an injection of pace. And he just created the 2-on-1. But Enda Gavin had a super flying tackle there that tried to stop that attack. Did momentarily, but in fairness, we just got their numbers and got a good try.
Yeah, Conor O'Shaughnessy said the fullback. Some injection of pace there. He's an all-rounder. He's Galway, I think he was a Galway minor footballer. Could have been even further on with him, and also an Irish international soccer player. Now he's here with Galwegians, so he's one of them all-rounders. and he really showed it there when he got injection. But again, it's exactly what we've said. When they've had ball in hand,
they've
just
looked
looked
dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
Absolutely. The set piece has been killing them. And I just thought in their own attack there was, I thought they were a little bit flat in the centre because the ball went behind. I think number 12 was taking the kick now. But they recovered. They recovered. Great hands.
And the number 12, Mark Earl, is number 12.
And then the fullback coming into the line was great.
Himself, Mark Earl, after that recovery, because it looked like they'd messed it up a little bit with that pass. But this is a big kick. So it's 17-5 to Sligo with about 20 minutes on the clock here in Hamilton Park.
Regions need this. Yes,
they do need
this.
To
the right post with that win.
A few Sligo boys chase early. Ref tells us to go back. Will he give him a second chance if he misses?
I'm not so sure.
That's an it's just trail. You said that you were right there, Ken. You can see the way
he had to put it out further. Yeah.
So, good response from Galwegians, because at 17-0 down there and being dominated on set piece, they hit back straight away almost. 17-5.
Important for Galwegians, and probably for a game as well that they scored. And not meaning any disrespect to Galwegians, but just from a spectacle or a spectator's point of view, which I'm sure is probably all Sligo, they wouldn't want to see it. But
that's the other thing. I say, we have a few listeners in Galway.
Exactly,
they'd be impartial.
They'd want to see it.
Galwegians are coached by Andrew Brown, former Connacht lock and flanker, of course. Played 156 games for the water break. 156 games for Galwegian, for Connacht. So Tiernan Halloran's assistant coach. I presume Tiernan is up in the sports grounds today. You're not going. So you weren't won the lucky 200, Ken. Or
the lucky two that had the tickets into
there's
Sligo.
Just two, is there? Okay.
Well, I only heard of 2 tickets.
But Spot was not here, so we might figure it out.
But I'm afraid Sligo trumps Connacht at the moment.
Yeah, okay. I actually thought the water break was gone out of the game for the Energia series, but a nice autumn day in October.
Well, you know, Adrian, like the conditions here are brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, there's a slight wind. The temperatures are up. I'd say they'd be delighted with the water break.
Well, it's been a fast start from both sides.
And those 8 forwards have been, scrumming down against each other. It's been very tough on the Wegians lads going back.
Yeah, 100%. Jimmer Dowdle has a word with the ref there. I'm not sure what it's about. I'm sure it's nothing too serious. This is the Energia Community Series. It's round 2. I suppose in lieu of the AAL League being suspended till after Christmas, so every province has their own series. How big is this competition, Ken? Because the Connacht Senior League would have been a kind of warm competition in other years, but now with 8 games.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I think it goes beyond. It is very important. I think it goes beyond rugby, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's great to see. We've 100 here in the grounds. We're able to bring the game live to other people. People love sport. And having that void over the last number of months, it's been desperate, really. So it's great to see some of the old Alacadoos who live for the games every week. You know, they absolutely live for coming out to Hamilton Park, getting on what they call the magic bus and supporting this group of players. And indeed the development squad as well. So I think it's very important, but it goes well beyond rugby.
It does. It goes beyond rugby. And I suppose there's like the Alacadoos you mentioned. There's a few of them in every sport and every club around Ireland or around the world, I suppose.
And I'm sure the Alacadoos tuning in from Galway are delighted to be able to view this on I'm sure some of them would love to be here on their own magic bus, but at least they can get to watch a game of rugby for seeing their beloved club involved as well.
I think Galwegians tweet earlier, actually, it's been a long 7 months, so they're just happy to be back on the pitch themselves, no more than we are happy to be here. We'll say a few hellos, actually. We'll say to our 2 nephews. We're not related to me or you, Ken, but I was going to call them Cian, to Luca and Stefan.
Luca and Stefan, how are you guys?
And hope your daddy's keeping well, and he's I'm sure he's out of the gym this morning, but you and Brown, well, he was laid low, actually, Carl.
That's right.
We better send good wishes to Carl as well. And Paddy Pearson, of course, the head coach here. He's 2 brothers listening all over the world.
In fairness, they're always listening in, the 2 lads.
Yeah, Mark in Hong Kong and Declan in Ayers Rock. Declan Pearson, a good Irish name. So the boys are listening in here, hoping for another win for their brother. Just
before we go off, we'll give Mickey Kernan now a shout in Melbourne as well, former senior player here in Sligo.
He's nearly in Alacadoo territory now.
He'll probably tell us what's going on in this match quicker than we will.
God, Mickey was always quick with the tongue as you and Brown kicks off again here. Wegians hope to, I don't think their momentum would have been stopped by the water break, but 5 points on the board for them, 17-5, 20 minutes in. Wegians come forward. Well, held up by, who was that? That's
good carry by Ocean Foden, I think it was, that took that ball in.
The Wegians numbers are a bit difficult to see because they were a black outline and the blue inside just misjudged.
Wasn't a great connection by it, but it was a tough ball to handle.
Swirling wind, and Huber kind of overran it first and tried to get back at it. Just got a touch on it. So the Wegians will come again with Angelo Johnson to throw in to the line out. Exactly 10 metres inside their own half. If they get pitch or field position here, I'd say after this, they'll be happy enough that with the recovery from that penalty try.
Yeah, well, you know, I know that. I think was it their 10? Was it?
That's Adam
Cunningham that hit that
for him,
kick there. But he has the wind in his back. He should probably pin it to the corner.
I
So
would
just
say
try
so.
and give them a bit of field position.
That's good hands. And Rory Gaffney, sorry. He looks electric so far.
He is, yeah. Good looking scrum half.
Yeah, he really is. He brings energy to it. He's all over.
Again, a great carry there. You know, he
and there he goes in behind. Again, not the best kicks. Now this is for Hubert. Hubert, great hands. That was a GA fetch there.
The St. Mary's in him, yeah.
Goose step you've seen. We've seen it at Maryfitch Park this year a few times.
No, it's a good platform.
Here we go. Sligo.
Oh, they were off.
Who probably haven't had too much ball in open play. It's more set piece. And Kuba, he always makes the game.
A great carrier.
Always. Ewan, what do you do? Keep in hand. Enda Gavin. Jack Keegan. Playing centre. You might see him a full back more so, but he's playing centre today.
In fairness, Jack is picking out some great lines this season.
He is.
Do you know?
He's one of the, I know he's still Jack's young, but he's one of the more experienced players now. He's around so long. Let's go from Brian West, the Grange farmer. Oh, he turned. He has released. Rob. There has.
No, he got. Do you know? They just needed to protect it a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Brian was isolated a bit there.
But that was a great one by Matthew Towie. Great steal. He got the hands in over, stood on his feet, and it was a penalty all day long, I'm afraid.
Matthew Towie can hit hard, and he's a rugby league international with Ireland, so he most definitely can hit hard.
Oh, he's having a go at a post.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I think.
I'd be surprised. It's just on the halfway line.
Well, I think Mark Earl overruled his captain who was talking about
the first kick.
Yeah.
So 17-7. That's a beautiful kick. Wow.
That's a great kick. That is a great kick.
Right on the 5 here, and this is pressure for Sligo. Galwegians won their last line out that was back inside their own half, but this is a different story. They were here before in the first minute actually.
Yeah.
We'll see what happened here. 28 minutes on the clock. It's 17-7. 75, sorry.
Yeah, super kick by Mark Earl there now, in fairness.
Angelo Johnson's darts have been quite good so far. We'll see where to go here. What will the call be? Will they want to take on that Sligo pack, or will they go wide? Or am I talking the Sligo pack up too much, Ken?
No, I think they're well organised, so you'd like to think that they'd be able to, defend this and just nullify it straight away.
Here we go. They look through
they got the push on. They're going to try and maul it.
Here, yeah. It's back with Angelo Johnson, and it's back to the number 8, the captain, Kieran Downey, the carry man. He's got the ball in hand. I think he's sniped in there. No, he's held up eventually. Yeah. It's tight. Where is that ball? It's back out on the Weegan side and right. Rory Gaffney is around. A man you don't want around from 2 or 3 yards out. I'd say they're just on the 5 metre actually from our vantage point.
The ball's at the back of the...
It is, yeah. It's at Rory Gaffney's feet. He comes out. They're going to trust their pack. David Earls gets the push on. Mark Earl gets the push on with his forwards. Is that going to come back? It is again for Rory Gaffney. Ball out to Matthew Towie, the big rugby league player as well.
Good tackle by
is that knocked forward? No. Penalty. Because their hands in. McAfee was quick. Oh, well, that must have been very tight to the line. What is the call going to be here from Cairns?
If the ball carrier here on this side, where Jeremy Dowd Hill is lying on the ground, had the ball, the referee was completely blindsided. So there's no way that if he was over the line that he could actually give it because he hadn't seen it.
We heard to tell here, Rory. I could give him Matthew Gaffney. Rory Gaffney he had the advantage. He took the tap quick. He really is.
He's electric. When you see, I think it's a good way of describing a great scrum half, a nuisance, because they're always just looking for that little gap.
Everywhere.
They're always playing on their toes. They're always going for the quick, just to test defences.
Well, when I asked Jason East, who done 6-7 years, well, he actually wasn't sure it was 6, 7 or 8 years with Galwegians. He's the Sligo coach name. I got who to look out for here, and the first name he mentioned was Rory Gaffney, and he said he's actually exciting, ex-Connacht Academy, and he is exciting. They're going to go for the scrum here. It looks, So
well, it is a different prospect on your own ball, but
they're going to fight fire with fire here.
It's a brave because they did have the penalty, didn't they? So they would have had penalty. They would have had penalty
I thought
advantage.
That myself.
So it's an interesting call, unless we've missed something.
Well, he couldn't have done it for being held up because they'd still advantage.
Maybe.
But anyways, we talk on just 5 minutes out of Saturday to the left-hand side of the post as we look on, and your camera looks on as well. Gaffney, and here goes the big number 8, Kieran Downey, the captain. Good push back. He doesn't get any yards there. He's put it back. Oh, Kieran Downey goes again. Good tackle, Enda Gavin. Enda Gavin is a tackle machine.
End in defence is brilliant.
Yeah, he's out. His tackle is
brilliant.
outrageous. Angelo Johnson carries.
Good carry again.
And Gaffey's there
Good
again.
ball.
There's number 1, Gary Lally.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go now. It's O'Shaughnessy. Oh, was it high? They're calling high penalty advantage. It is for Galwegians, and have taken the penalty. He was probably going down a bit, but it is a high tackle. It was around his neck and shoulder pads area. But O'Shaughnessy, I think it was the second time we've really seen him, and he opened up again. He was on the way.
Yeah, and I thought Ewan got the hands on the jersey as opposed to it being high. Well,
I would have seen the jersey myself, but as the cameras might show it more than what we've seen here. We were bending down a bit.
Yeah, I guess the yellow card decision was because he
Well,
possibly had him on the outside.
Maybe, yes.
And if it was an infringement,
when you have to give the penalty for a high tackle, you have to give the yellow card, really, don't you? He's like
possibly there.
so. Line out, and Sligo are down to 10. Just going to say 10 men, 14 men. I was thinking of Sligo Rovers last night. 14 men for the rest of this.
Yeah, it's been a great bounce back by Galwegians since the penalty try to Sligo. So it has been a great bounce back.
At 17-0, it didn't look good for them. Sligo were dominant, more set piece-wise, but they've really bounced back. And Angelo Johnson's last 2 lines have been good. He'll go again here. It's good again. Ball down. Sligo pulled that down, have they? No, ref says okay.
No,
Will Kieran Downey pick the captain. There's lots of shouts there for knocks on by the Sligo players and a few of the supporters. I can't see where the ball is. It's up. It's back.
Right at the back of the ruck again.
Gaffney has it. There goes
carries.
Mike O'Donnell. They're not far away here. They're pounding the Sligo line. It's been some response from. Here goes big number 12, David Earl, or Mark Earl, sorry. Mark Earl, and they'll go wide again, Gaffey. Oh, Downey's left it behind him. Well recovered. Well recovered. They're back another 5 yards. Or 5 metres, sorry. 10 metres from the line now. They were on the line. Can Sligo repel this?
Good pivot there.
Gaffney is around it yet again. Big number 5, Owen Tormey. There's lots of shouts going on about
shouts for crossing there.
Yeah.
They probably had a good
the pick. Sligo's defence is solid again.
good defence.
They're repelling.
And good
Gaffney,
organisation
will
for
they go wide? They will go.
Oh, that's good.
It's Mike O'Donnell. He's held up. Doesn't even get a yard. They're going back again. They're nearly to 22. Here goes the captain, Kieran Downey. He carries. Sligo's defence is good.
A few big guys hanging out on the left here.
Here we go. Intercepted by, and it's Guy's first touch. Guy Cogetto. Guy Cogetto. I call him Cogetto, the Brazilian international. First time I think he's touched the ball, but he was up fast.
Oh, that's a good
and this we go.
pass.
Now we see Culvari. This we can go. There's that coup step. He's gone. He's bet 1. He's bet 2. Brought down.
Now they're at 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
They should move it quick.
Few wide.
Oh, they've settled.
Big men out wide. Of course, Sligo we're down to 14. Ewan Brown is in the bin. I'm not sure who's gone to. Is Jack Keegan
Jack
gone
is
from
filled in,
our fly half? Yeah. Ewan goes here. Goes Cogetto, and here's our flying Kiwi, Carl Goodard.
Good strength. Good
strength.
handoff.
Right under us here.
And good clear out by Guy, in fairness there, because
There's
number
no
12
sign
was
of that.
loitering.
There's no sign of a fly half coming across, but I think it's going to be a peck from Cuba, and he's a big man behind him coming with him.
Yeah.
Trimble. Pedro Bangallo over. Is that turned? No, it's not. Brendan Coynham has. Mark Keegan, Mata, he'll carry, that's for sure. Look, there's the handoff, and here goes Mata.
Oh,
Will he get the
powerful.
offload? Sligo up to the halfway, almost here. Ref's got penalty. Off the feet, is it against
Somebody must have just John
Brian West? I think he's given that against.
Oh, he's saying holding on. That's
Holding
the
on, right?
signal.
No, it's a very quick call.
Very quick call, yeah.
Or was it? Well, no, he did. He signalled holding on. I was going to say was he calling for rolling, but he signalled holding on.
Yeah, he signalled holding on. There he is signalling it again. Look, it's the whole, I guess, new laws around the breakdown and the, maybe I didn't see him having these what they call dynamic rolls or whatever.
No, he didn't. Yeah, I was
ground. So, but the referee was closer.
Yeah,
but it seemed very quick.
Benefit out to Nathan Cairns, a referee from Castlebar today.
Great defence there by Sligo, in fairness, because they were being tested. Couple of great tackles. I saw Westy putting in a super hit. When we were only 5 yards out, they went open and we pushed them back. Great line defence by them. They all rushed off at the same time. There was no gaps. So I'm sure the coaching staff would be delighted with the defence there in the 22. Yeah,
definitely, because it looked for a few times there. And Sligo, of course, down a man too. And there's a cute kicker. He's up to stealing 5 yards there while everyone's turned around. The ref's over getting a bit of attention. He's still rolling it.
Yeah, he's after rolling it. Because Mata was the far side of the halfway line.
He was. I wouldn't insult's not the right word, but I'd never go out to a man for doing that. That's good tactical cheating.
It's absolutely good tactical cheating. Yeah.
If it's a Sligo man, we give him
Look,
the cuteness.
no more than in defence. You know, when a referee is one side and the other side are just
You steal
taking
the
those
yard,
little yards. I'd certainly have tried the same.
Mark Earl is going for a shot here.
But he wasn't. You know, he was brazen enough to take a good 8 yards forward.
He's got them.
Yeah.
The ref hasn't noticed.
No.
No one from Sligo seemed to notice either.
No.
Got to call it up, but apart from us, eagle-eyed
Yeah.
commentators.
Should have gone to the cameraman just to say whereabouts was that penalty.
Yeah, exactly. But the ref is mic'd up to the camera, so we can't hear. I don't think at home can hear it, but I think the Sligo analysis can hear it when they get the video during the week. This game brought to you by Elite Sport Video, of course, and Rafferty and Co. in Sligo. Many thanks for that, to bring it the game to everyone at home who can't make it. Of course, the attendance limit at 100. I'd say we're dead on if it looks by looking around Hamilton Park here. Big kick from Mark Earls. He was going to decide to have one a few yards to the other side of the halfway line a few minutes ago. He opted for the corner. He's going to go for this time. 17-5 to Sligo. Distance is good. That's an arrow. Wow, what a dart. 17-8, great kick.
And look, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Even if he was the far side of the line, he would have had it.
That just shows maybe why his captain asked him to take the last one that he refused.
Absolutely.
You know he has that in his armour.
And do you know what? The wind has died down a bit, and it would have been in his back there.
Sun coming out a bit.
So that was a great strike, in fairness.
And what a response from Galwegians. Well, not what a response, but a good response from Galwegians. 17-0 down, 17-8, and it's game on here, and they're really getting at Sligo here. Sligo...
This is what have we got? Probably in the rest of the sin bin, 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
4 minutes left in that, according to my watch.
So important for Sligo just to
see it out.
Exactly. Don't leak any more points. No. Just play a sensible game. Hopefully in the regions half. Excuse my bias.
Mark Keegan or Jack Keegan, goes long. I think it was the thing to do, and that's hit out, and that's a straight out. And
good exit.
Big exit. Wow.
Yeah, good exit.
That's right down to the 10, I'd say here. Matt is telling the umpire to stop here, bro, but he laughs in his face, and he's probably not far wrong there, and he could have been a few yards even further on. It's a big exit. That's Conor Shaughnessy, as you said, an all-rounder, GA, soccer, rugby, and when he's got ball in hand, he's looked good as Pedro Pengalo.
He's an imposing looking three, isn't he?
He's a big man. He is a big man. That's
good.
That's very good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. And that's what Matty Early brings, and the good hands off Adrian Cummins too. And Sligo moving, and Bengalo, 3 men were occupied with him. He ripped the jersey off one of them. Can Sligo away? Penalty advantage. Here we go. Let's go. Cal Goddard. Hi. Jesus. Will that be a yellow? It has to be after giving Ewan one, I suppose, is it? Although Ewan's is more of a swinging tackle, was it?
Yeah, it depends. You have to. Does he take the position on the field into account in his decision?
Possibly as well, yeah. Feature of that line out was the movement of the Sligo.
But there was 2 infringements there before the high tackle. There was a penalty.
There was a penalty advantage as well, yeah. There was. When that ball came down with the line out, 3 of the Galwegians boys were occupied and hit Pedro Pangalo. He ripped the jersey off one of them, and the ball was going out the far side.
Yeah, and one fellow was holding his shoulder.
So,
anyway, this is the reprise that Sligo need, especially down to 14 men. So, sensible line out, great throw, great catch, set the platform, spin it wide, and get the resulting penalty. So sensible rugby.
And it's going to be Guy Cogetto the kick. His first kick. He's kicking because Ewan is off. Ewan Brown is in the sin bin. A few more minutes. And a good one, a solid one. And Sligo hit the 22.
You know, Guy is comfortable at fullback or 10. You know, and he is a kicking ball player as well as.
Yeah, I seen his highlights reel on YouTube, and it was quite impressive. I won't lie.
Is he gone into 10? He is actually. Yeah, he's gone into 10.
And hopefully we'll see more from here. It's hard to see a huge run of man at full back, but he'll get on ball here for next year. Adrian Cummins with big hands again. That's 3 lines he has plucked in a row. Now, Sligo will be patient here, I'd say. They're on the move. Just on the Galwegians 22. 17 points to 8. Late stages of this first half.
Ball at the back.
Connacht Energia Series.
But the ball is there.
Community Series, round 2. Round 1 for Galwegians. Key wanted that box back ball.
Yeah, you could hear him hit me. But the defender had the hand on ball as well in the tackle
on Jack Keegan's.
Jack just
turned it. Have they have in a penalty.
Oh, they must have had ball
and every minute that passes, they're getting more and more confident.
Yeah. Guy's pass was just a bit too high.
And that
For
ball
there
was
to be any
straight over our
fluidity
head.
in that, or fluidity in that move, it took the speed out of it.
That ball straight over our head on the halfway line. That is where the line will be. Closing stage to the first half here in Hamilton Park. I heard Brendan Cunningham saying to his teammates, we don't need to pass that ball there. I think Sligo will be happy to go in 17-8 up with the sim bin in a few and Brown. I think just to consolidate with the half here and a good line out, and their line was really improved. Now Matt Gaffney was hit by Jared Outhill. He nearly had him. That's good from Enda, as we said. Tackling is his game really. Brian West is in there too.
Yeah.
He held. Where's that ball? It's back with Rory Gaffney. Weegians 10 yards inside, 10 metres inside, sorry, their own half. Will they exit? Here they go. They've been dangerous ball in hand so far.
Yeah.
As I say that, it's back in the Sligo side. Cuba, I think, has it. And here we go. Matt Galwari, and he's just out. So I think, that'll be Galwegians line out. As I hear Michael Story, the far side the pitch. He's no stand to bang on today. But Hubert he was nearly gone, wasn't he? A few times.
Yeah. They must have got an ankle tapping him there, but you just had that injection of speed, and I think if he had got another yard, he was through. Yeah,
I think he'll get away at some stage before this game is over. And Cal the same maybe. There's no sign of Ewan Brown warming up just.
I think Hubert is more comfortable even at scrum half, so it'll be interesting to see will he get a slot in there at some stage.
I've seen him many days in Kevin Park practicing on his own, his passing thing, and he's still a young man, of course, grammar school student. Just nearly got away a few times. I suppose adult rugby to step up straight away.
It is a big step up. You've got that. No matter what you've come through in the underage ranks, senior schools rugby, Connacht schools. It is a step up. It's a step up in pace. It's a step up in power and physicality. You don't have much time on the ball when you're making these key decisions, and this will bring him on. It's going to be great. And look, as a young fella coming in, what age is he now? He has to be enjoying it.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
playing, breaking into a Sligo team that has been on a great journey the last number of years. There's been great progression year in, year out,
and exciting,
and great rugby that we've watched and we've experienced here in Hamilton Park.
James O'Hare come on the pitch here, and Mata is off, and that doesn't look too good for Mata Fafita. And would there have to be a change around here of some stage? James, great to see him back with the seniors. He scored last week, a try against Bucks, so a big return for James, who's been injury prone the last few years. I don't know which way will Cuba go back to 6.
Possibly.
I think that might be the option. We'll see.
I hope it's not Mata's arm, because he had a bad arm break last season.
There's no sign of anything. We'll see now with the physio beside us as Weegians put in, and it looks like his groin there. Oh no, I suppose it could be his arm, But anyways, back to the action here, and here goes the flying winger for Weegians, James Kennedy. He's hit hard though. Rory Gaffney's around as well. He's all over the pitch. Oh, Kieran Downey won't like that. Castlehaven, the man from Kerry, proud GA man. James O'Hare already seen the physicality with Stephen Hyland.
Oh, put it out in front of him.
Jeannie Mac. No advantage for Sligo, Knock on.
Great tackle here by Cal again on the wing to stop that attack.
I have my eye on Matt a bit. Why that tackle went on.
His other hand.
It is
it's not the arm he broke last year.
That is not good news, and he's so abrasive and attritional that I suppose that comes with his game. Injuries near, doesn't it? Ewan Brown is back on, so it's parity again. It's 15 against 15 here. We're late in the first half. Sligo 17, Galwegians 8.
It was an unfortunate error by Kieran Downey. He just led with one hand and not the two. He just nearly got the second hand on it.
Forward ball there. Sligo with the scrum here. A dominant scrum so far. We've seen a few penalties and a penalty try off them. As I see Roger Burrows, the seconds or development manager,
sporting a lovely cap.
And Paddy Cap. Well, I call him Paddy Cap the Kiwi. He's a true Irishman now.
I hope the cameras pick up his hat.
Solid again. It's like a solid from Weegians this time now. That's not moving forward.
He turned 50 during the week as well, so the hat is just apt, very apt. Oh, that's a lovely ball by
Here we go, Mark Keegan. And here's Guy Colgetto.
Oh, why didn't he
tackling? No, he's got it out. It's Jack Keegan. I thought he could give to Hubert as well, and Jack has gone out over the sideline. Few options maybe to offload.
Do you know what?
I know Guy Colgetto got it away in the end.
He did, but I think there was a reason to give the ball to Hubert, and with that pace that he has, that step, you know, given that at the ball earlier.
Yeah, get Kilvary on the ball a few times. The thing is, he's upset with himself there. He's had a few words. The 28-year-old Brazil international, 14 caps for Brazil, as he said. His debut back in 2013 against Portugal. 2 tries to his name in that time. So, that's a good arrow from Angelo Johnson, and Gaffney with a bat on his pack. Is the ref going to call the offside here? He's called a forward pass. Yeah.
He was
either getting smashed or get rid of the ball, I think. And
you know, even to have the skill set to try it is great. You know, and it's good to see.
But
it wasn't far off. But I think it was marginally forward.
Yeah, there was calls from the Norwegians bench here for offside. Andrew Brown and the rest of his backroom staff and the subs were calling it high as Guy Cookhead. I was still a bit upset with himself. That just shows it just shows what he demands of himself, high standards. Another scrum for Sligo far side. We're ticking towards half time here. Sligo have had Ewan Brown sin-binned, but they only conceded 3 points during that time, so I think they'll take that.
We haven't had a scrum in a while.
We had one here that was solid enough from we just a few minutes ago, but no, it hasn't been like the scrummaging that had gone the first 10 minutes when Sligo was so dominant. Norwegians have definitely got more. Brendan Cunningham, good hands. Enda Gavin, Ewan Brown, this is hands. Oh, Hubert has just knocked it on.
That's a pity.
Sligo are getting a bit scrappy. It's been 15 minutes of good stuff, but it's just not all coming off. But look, if Hubert held that ball, Sligo were probably in.
I think it broke down before that. It wasn't really Hubert's fault. In fairness, it wasn't a great ball.
Brendan was even reaching for his.
Exactly, it started from the very first pass.
So they were chasing it a bit. You just feel Hubert Galwegians is an inch. Things are just nearly coming. It's going to spark at some stage.
And he'd be so keen and anxious to get on it
and he will
force it. And he will. Better scrum by Galwegians there. Do you know, after what they've leaked in the first 10-15 minutes of this game in terms of scrummaging?
They've definitely tightened up on the last 3 scrums, Norwegians. And Rory Gaffney will put into this. Things didn't look good for them after about 15 minutes. It was 17-0, but they've really responded. 17-8, a lot more solid. And that's just one of them scrums that doesn't quite go in straight. And Sligo have done it. That's a 4th scrum penalty, I count, out of 8 scrums.
I just put the curse on Norwegians, did I?
Yeah, and well, I said, their last few were solid, as I said, but that is another scrum penalty. And Pedro Bangalo, Matty Early, Cuba,
take the points.
Craig Trimble.
Yeah.
Like, they are big men.
Take the option. Take the kick option for post anyway. Wind has just picked up a little bit again, just as he's decided to signal toward the posts. Good to see Philip Carter on the bench again today, because
Philip
he's been out injured.
And we've had, as I said, James O'Hare's on already. We've got Ross O'Boyle, who's also on the management of the side, Dara Byrne and David Heath. So it's been Philip.
Well, an ever-present guy on the team sheet last season, and you know, just been suffering an injury, but
we may see him
he's coming back
at some stage today. We hope, and probably for the development squad tomorrow as well. They play Castlebar here tomorrow. Ewan kicks 17-8 as it stands, ticking towards half time here in Hamilton Park, as I said. That's 3 from 3 from Ewan.
That's a great kick again.
That is.
Again, just a super solid action, head down, power
through. Half. Ewan Brown finished it nicely. 20 points to Sligo, 3 from 3 from the boot. Ken, you summarise that first half. Good start from Sligo, went a bit slack in the second half. Norwegians really battled back though. Yeah, it's been a good game of rugby in fairness. You know, a couple of good tries early for Sligo, even though it was very much forward dominated. Sligo obviously down to 14 men for 10 minutes in that game, and you know, you tend to leak on average 10 points when you're down to 14 men like that. They leaked 3 and Ewan just got it back there. When they're playing it out the back, I don't know what's wrong, but it tends to be nearly the first pass being it too high or too low, or just not to the 10's hands as they would like it to run those run lines as smoothly. So they'll need to just correct that and try a few things. Wins in the back in the second half. Will they play for territory first and foremost? They don't tend to be the team that does that, but I do feel that if they are deep in their own half, they will put Put pressure on that. We can send them back.
Foot to ball and put it down there. But an all-round good first half from Sligo's point of view. You'd be delighted to be, this far ahead after 40 minutes of rugby playing against the wind.
Yep. Well, yeah, Sligo 12 and Lubca, and I say they will be happy. So, half-time here in Hamilton Park, Strand Hill, in the Energia Community Series, Connacht round 2. It's Sligo 20 points, Galwegians 8. Welcome back to Hamilton Park in Strand Hill here to the Energia Community Series, round 2. It's a Connacht section, a newly devised competition to deal with COVID-19. They've done provincial Connacht leagues all around the 4 provinces of Ireland. This is Connacht, this round 2 is Sligo Galwegians. Sligo kicked off last week beating Buccaneers. This is Galwegians' first outing, half-time. Sligo 20, Galwegians 8. Here with Ken O'Neill. Ken, I suppose before we start second half, Matt Afafida doesn't look like he'll be joining us for the second half. He's after going off in a sling there.
No, he's gone off in a sling. It's very unfortunate, Matt, because again, as you said, he plays the game, at 120%. Very attritional, and he's just come off with the arm in a sling. There, it's a bit pity to see. Big loss to Sligo in the pack. I see Philip Carter is after taking the field there in the place of Hubert Gilvary. So it'll be interesting to see how Philip gets on with his first run out for the season.
Philip is back from injury, so that kick's
going to
straight
go
out.
Over. Yeah, it's
that's the start Sligo wanted. And that was Mark Earl, the centre for the kicking centre for Galwegians.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's a sillier from Galwegians just from the kick-off to do that, put it out in the full and give Sligo a platform right in the middle of the field when they had such a dominant scrum in the first half. Because now you've got options either side.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, Sligo's scrum was pretty dominant in the first half. There was a series of scrum penalties and a penalty try as well. And it's a scrum just to start this second half, right centre. And as Ken said, they can go each way.
Yeah, they've stacked this side. They've stacked this side.
Well,
so
you say they've stacked this side, but the far side has Guy Cogetto and Cal
Goddard. Yeah.
I want to go to. I want to see it going there.
Well, I've a feeling Brendan Cunningham is going to take it off to number 8 and go onto the right-hand side. So we'll see how this pans out.
Brendan Cunningham putting in. Ball's held. And it's a solid scrum from both sides again. And that was a feature a few times first half. And he is going this side. Oh, Brendan kicks.
He's gone too long with that.
Very long.
Yeah.
So that'll come all the way back. So one error each, I suppose, is the start to the second half there.
Yeah.
I thought when he got the ball out of the swing, he should have went to the 2 boys.
Well, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't have thought he was going to
boot the
ball there now because of the way the guys usually run it.
Yeah. So it's as you were. We've only played a minute here, so it is as you were. We still haven't crossed the halfway line yet in this game. It's another scrum. This time for Galwegians. Sligo 20 points, Galwegians 8. In the second half, Philip Carter has come on for Hubert Clavari, and James O'Hare come on late in that half for Mata Fita. Unfortunate injury for Mata. Looks like an arm injury, but Sligo will have to plough on without. And I suppose it's a sign of where Sligo came the last year is that, although you'll feel the loss of Mata, obviously, they have people to come on and fill the roles.
They do, yeah, but I just feel for Mata. It's
he had a long time off with injury.
Yeah, he had a long time off, and he was enjoying his rugby. Had a great pre-season, very fit looking, very strong, and that's unfortunate. That's a great pass by the 10, just to put the guy on the outside.
Conor Shoxley, he nearly
he held on to it maybe.
Yeah, it was close.
But it was again another brilliant pass just to put him on the outside.
There's Kieran Downey, and that's the ball out by Adam Coyne with the 10. Probably haven't seen a huge amount of Adam Cunningham. That has knocked down. Now, will Sligo play here? There's Brendan Cunningham.
And now was the time to put the...
Well, now I thought he was going to hook it over his head.
There was nobody at home there.
No
Pop down the corner was
Rory
the one.
Gaffney is back there now. Sligo carry with Matty Early. 3 boys carrying, 3 big boys carrying.
Yeah, good carry.
We had David Heath and James O'Hare supporting Matty Early there. Here's Ewan. He puts with a lovely chip ahead. Can Jack Keegan getting into that? Oh, this could go trouble for Sligo here.
Oh, great tackle, Philip Carter.
From Philip Carter, just on the pitch, fresh.
What a way
First
to come
thing
in.
To do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what a tackle, because
Philip doesn't miss now, in fairness. That's what we always hear.
There, and I don't know, was the rep putting his hand out there, was he?
It looked like it.
He's put it back. He is advantage for something. I missed that now. Gaffney will go behind.
Oh, they've a little dink.
They'll take their advantage. See Niall O'Driscoll waving at us here. Hello, Niall. There's a penalty for Galwegians. I'm not too sure what that was for now.
I think he's signalling. Yeah, I can't hear what he's saying.
In
but
from the
somebody
side?
came in from the side.
From the side, yeah, I think it was in from the side. But Philip Carter's tackle was crucial there because Wegians were moving again.
Yeah, it was a great little dink by Ewan Brown, but the ball just got away from Jack Keegan and the on-rushing full-back
Conor O'Shaughnessy. Yeah, he's really can move.
We spoke about his pace in the first half. He was really motoring there, but who took him? Philip Carter, great tackle.
Well,
great
anytime O'Shaughnessy gets the ball, something seems to nearly happen. And Jeannie Mac, I thought Mark Ellis hit the head and kicked that off the physio's head there for a second. He wasn't far away, but it's got them 10 metres inside the Sligo 22 here. And it's going to be a line out here, and Angelo Johnson's line outs have been pretty good so far, his throws. To give a shout out to Simon Coulter, fireman out in Screen. He texted me there at half time. Simon back with Sligo Rugby after some time away in South America. He returned against Clifton or Connemara last week up in Clifton. The development team were beaten, but here we go, back to today. Angelo Johnson will try in for the line out, a line out that has really improved for Wegians as the game has gone on. It's been solid, and again it's good.
Yeah, good catch, good lift, good catch.
Here comes Mikey O'Donnell. Sligo's defence is good, lads. That ball's popped back. Roy Gaffney's there. There's Adam Coynham. Mark Girls. He loves putting boot the ball, Mark Girls. He's a footballing centre. Guy Cogetto does very well there. That's excellent stuff from Guy. And that's for all our South American viewers. Guy, the Brazil international, but Galwegians have played quick. They have something to prove. Sligo bet them twice last year, once in the league, once in the Connacht Senior League, but Wegians bet Sligo 18-10 above in Galway. 20 points to 8 today, though. And it's
that
well, that man's off his feet, definitely.
Well, he did a bit of a Superman dive over the top there. That couldn't be. How he missed that, I don't know.
They're playing rugby, though, Regions. They're keeping in hand. And where'll he go here?
Adrian
Cummins.
Tackle, Adrian
And he's going to put him out, as you know. He done well to stay in, very well to stay in, and to get the ball back on his side. It's a good target. Adrian Cummins, though. Pedro Bengalo. Don't run into that, man. Here we go. Here's Guy again. This is where you want to see him, I think, with open in play. High. Yes, it is high. Sligo a free ball here. I don't think it'll be anything, just a penalty maybe. Guy was probably going down a little bit, and that kick is to nothing. That should be as well held. Shaughnessy shows his Gaelic skills again there. That'll be a penalty to Sligo.
You could hear Brown shouting at Guy there just to go wide.
He wanted hands.
He wanted he was running over to the cover.
Maybe a bit ignorance from Guy could go. He hasn't got much ball.
Well, the space I think was the far side.
Yeah, probably was. Well,
if
it definitely was.
If it wasn't for the high tackle, he could have been under pressure.
He could have been, is right.
Because he was running back into the trouble.
Sligo will want.
But what a tidy up by Guy just before that in the previous phase of play.
That was
he got down. The onrushing attack was coming in from Wegians. He didn't have an awful lot of time. He jumped down on the ball, up on his feet very quickly and nearly in one motion.
And when you've seen in the first half, that's where Sligo pinned Wegians in earlier in the first half. But
good kick by Brown.
That's a great kick from Brown. And Sligo are just about 2 metres aside the 22. That's where they want to be.
And Sligo just need to settle a little bit. You can't rest in your laurels. 20 points to 8, 12 points ahead in the game. From Sligo perspective, it's important that they score again because Wegians have been clawing back into this game.
Surely it's been a bit frenetic and frantic. My two F-4 words, I just can't my tongue there.
As well as the right F-word.
Adrian Cummins has fetched some ball and high ball. He really has had a great game.
Now he's fetched him well, good lifting as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But the dart has been brilliant.
It has. Matty Early's hurt, and Matty Early was in a car crash last weekend, and he's. It's great to have him back and healthy here. James O'Hare, that's his first carry.
James loves that.
Eager to get back. He's lost a few years nearly, James.
Oh, that's high again.
That's high again. Maybe just because it was more so on his back of his neck that got away with it, maybe. Yeah, they really have. That looked suspect. And Wegians are growing in confidence here. You can hear from their bench. 20 points to 8. We have. Let me just check my watch. Well, it's not a watch, it's a phone, but I'd say it's on your TV screens, I'm sure. 7 minutes, 7, 8 minutes gone. It's on your screens. So Wegians with clear line. And this Mark Earls has a big kick, a big boot.
Yeah, big boot.
Probably would have wanted a bit more, twisted off a bit, but look, they're out for now. The next score is crucial in this game, Ken.
Oh, it is. Be it 3 points, be it 5 points, whatever it is. So the next score is crucial.
Possibly a cliche, but it is. And Christy Riley has come on for Galwegians, number 17.
I see Hubert Gilvary warming up again, so there could be another change coming into the Sligo.
I won't be surprised to see Hubert again. If the game opens up a bit, he would be an absolute threat, you feel, with that step. Who's that coming off? Is that the loose head prop coming off? I think it is. It's not. It's Stephen Hyland, the number 3 tight head. His job is done just for now as Andrew Brown gives him a fist pump. He's happy enough with what he's seen. Andrew Johnson's. Well, we talk.
That looked very crooked.
Did a bit. He has called it. He has.
Yes, that was very.
I put
crooked.
the curse on him.
Yeah.
I was going to say his arrows have been good the last while.
Do you know it's a tough place to hooker?
Strandhill.
No, just being that hooker, throwing those darts in. It's a.
Yeah.
It can be just so marginal. That one wasn't marginal.
Well, if the game comes down to the last few minutes and you win a penalty and they go for touch, it rests on you, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
There's a long time left here, though. About half an hour left. 20 points 18. Brendan Cunningham will put in again. And this has been Sligo's platform all day, hasn't it? The scrum. I see big Trevor Sweeney down there. I believe it's his birthday today. Well, I heard him before I seen him, Ken.
Yeah.
But
laughing.
He's laughing. He's in good form. He'll be in better form.
That's good speed by Brendan.
And here's Brendan. Didn't get off. Oh, he got it off
Ball
to
onto Cal.
He just offloaded that. He nearly just handed it to Cal.
Yeah.
And he's there again.
Ball there at the back. They're a little off in the centre. I don't know.
Oh, it's a big hit. That is a big hit. Is that the new man? Is that Christy Riley with that hit? Sligo back a few yards. Didn't he just pace her? James O'Hare. Here goes Jack Keegan. Offloaded. Guy picks it up. Guy Cogetto. He's finding out about Autumn Rugby and
clear out by James O'Hare because
yeah.
they've been latching. They've been getting over that ball, but James got there.
Here's Kuba. Always makes a few yards. He still has got over just about. Will Brendan? No, he won't. I thought there was spacing behind for a second. Ewan, slow ball to Brian West. Big hit. Galwegians. They're really hitting hard. They really are growing in confidence here. And I think a turnover here will get them more. Will get them even more revved up. They're calling it. They have got it. It was coming. Turnover. And they're really getting revved up here, Wegians. And Pedro Bangalo, I'd say he's speaking a few words of Portuguese there to a man. It's rest it. He's letting that go.
Let that go.
Sure, well, we'll come back to that maybe, but
yeah, surprised with that.
It hasn't given him a huge advantage, it seems, but here they go wide.
They've got numbers as well. They've got huge numbers here.
Has he got it off? He has. And now they're going with Owen Tormey, and now they're really going here. Can Tormey offload? Will he try and offload? He does.
Yeah.
Who's got that's forward, surely? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And sorry, that was my supporter voice coming on there.
super tackle by Philip Carter again there on the big man, on the big number 5, because they had numbers. They should have actually moved that ball a little bit quicker earlier in that move.
I think we would have been questioning that call over the stand side, Ken, if that had
resulted in a try. You know, if there's a little bit of handbags, I don't know. I thought the referee was trying to sort it out. You can't let it go then.
And Hugh back in the pitch, actually.
Yeah, and Brendan Cunningham's coming off.
Just as you mentioned earlier, that where you'd like to see him. Now, he'd be in the same mould as Rory Gaffney, maybe on the opposition. I'd say busy. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he fares out. Brendan Coyne off the pitch there. Good shift put in from him today. Yeah, great shift. Sligo, 20 points to 8 up. I have 12 minutes on my clock. And it's really become a great contest here. Yeah. Ben Heath, I see, is warming up as well on the sideline here. David Heath. David Heath, yeah. Ben, his brother, of course. He was a late addition to the side. So he'll come on second row, I presume. Few Sligo boys panting there, and I see Jack Keegan and Jimmer Dowd are having a word with the ref, just trying to clarify a few issues. Well, and Kieran Downey, the Wegians captain, is there too. I hear everyone say that's fair enough. So that's the AGM over. Hear, yeah. When you hear the two captains say that's fair enough, it's good. Scrum Sligo, 20 points to 8 here. Connacht Energia Community Series round 2. Brought to you by Rafferty and Co. Elite Sport Video as well. And there's no doubt, Adrian, that if we looked at the territory charts, I think Wegians have had the better side of it here in the second half. They have, surely. As I said, Elite Sport Video and Jamie. So first time Hubert on the ball as scrum half. Thank them for bringing you this game. It's all over the world. We've had people from Hong Kong, Ayers Rock, Australia, Mickey Kern in Australia tuned in, and people in Strandhill tuning in. It just shows 100 people can get in. People in Strandhill have to watch from home. Great ball by Hubert. We'll go Hubert out. Good wide, yeah. That was. Go on. Now, here goes Guy. Cal wanted that. He was roaring at him. Did he get it a bit too soon? I think he's got it. Here we go. Here goes Guy. Back in, and that's Hubert Kilvary. Here he goes. Go on. He's not going to be stopped. Hubert Kilvary. And that's from his own pass off the back. That's a great try. That is a great try. You can't give Hubert Kilvary that space. It's like giving Augustus Glump the keys to the chocolate factory. He'll do what he wants there. That all came from his own pick up the back of the scrum. But, you know, if there was a replay, and if the people watching this online could see a replay of that, the pass that he gave to Ewan Brown was so fast, so slick, right in the right area. Brown just reached and distributed and got it on the outside very quick. Pass I see him practicing up in Kevin's Park. I've seen loads of he's off the ground, and so the whip and the speed in it. And I would have agreed with you with Guy's pass to I thought it was a bit Cal. Too soon. Yeah, I thought he could have drew the player a little bit more and put him away, but he was back on the inside for a return pass. And how did super move. I would ask. I was never a speedster myself, whatever I done, but how did Hubert Kilvary get in the back at the end of that again from down here in the far corner? That is some running, and that was needed by Sligo, I think. It was. If we just got the next score, you know, it was they were well back in it anyways. But now Sligo have gone out to 25. Yeah, we mentioned, you know, at the end of the first half, what failed to happen with the backs moves was just that first pass. Yeah. You know, it just slowed things down. Everybody was just checking the way they were running, checking the way they were grabbing, reaching for the ball. Every pass there was pinpoint accurate. You know, that was brilliant. Nice. That was slick and just shows what they can do when they get it. Now this is a difficult kick from Ewan Brown. He's good. He's 3 from 3 so far. That is 3 from 4. But look, 25-8 Sligo. Great connection, but like he was right in the corner flag. Take that. 50 minutes into the second half here in Hamilton Park. And Hubert Kilvary just back on the pitch at scrum half for Brendan Coynham has an instant impact in his second position because he started on the wing today. He started out in the left. He'll be delighted with that start. You know, with that reintroduction as scrum half. We mentioned a few
give him
times
great
it was nearly coming
confidence.
from, wasn't it? It was nearly coming the first half. That's big Craig Trimble, the Donegal man, is off the pitch for David Heath. So we'll see what David can bring to the second row. His first appearance of the season. And Hubert is really controlling. He's very vocal there at the back of that ruck. He's going to go box.
He's going to do it himself. Yeah.
It's a good connection. It's high. It's gone in field a bit. And here goes Conor Shoxley. He's a tough man on loose play. And there he goes. Beats one. Missed tackle there. Was there a bit of obstruction? We don't know. And here goes Rory Gaffney.
Certainly obstruction on Philip Carter.
Yeah, that's what I thought I seen. And if a penalty advantage here, Norwegians again. And the last time Sligo scored, they did reply instantly. So they'll aim for that again. And I would think they'll take their penalty and Mark Earls will send him back into the corner if they get it. But they're going to try and play a bit here. Yeah, they'll take it now. Centre the pitch. Well, you actually wouldn't know, will he go for the post here? Cause
well, we know he's a good boot.
It's a scoreboard. You're playing the scoreboard now.
Yeah,
at this
is a different prospect because it's a harder kick from that.
Well,
going into
there
those
is a bit of a breeze.
And the wind against.
It's picking and going. The breeze. Are they? What? No, I didn't think it was that far forward, the penalty, but
I didn't either.
The ref has called it, and they keep going forward, and they've definitely gained around 10 metres there. There's no way it was that far forward. But anyways.
Oh, okay. Do you know what he's calling?
A bit of mouthing?
No. He's called that our chases were ahead of that box kick from Hubert Galwegians. Right.
Yeah, well, there. Good call so with the referee. If that's
but if that was the case, it should have been just outside the 22.
Right in the 22, yeah. So, but anyways, a good kick from Mark Earls and Andrew Johnson, and Norwegians looking for an instant response again. It's 25 points to 8 here in Strandhill. 17 minutes gone. I would think we will get another water break pretty soon.
Yeah, we're probably about 3 minutes away from a water break when it comes.
Yeah.
Just seen Mata coming here now.
It's a sad sight to see Mata, and it's his other arm, not his bad arm, as you would call it. But so we'll hope to see Mata back up to interest as here go Norwegians. It's Mike O'Donnell, bit high. We'll get away with it, I think. Christie, just in. I'm kind of obscured here in my view. I'd say you can see it on camera better than me, but the ball is down. We're 5 out. Angelo Johnson supports the carrier there. I'm back in view. There's the captain.
Oh, great tackle by O'Dowd Hill.
Sligo's defence has been good in these sort of situations. Yeah. They're coming round the corner. Gaffney, there's where he snipes. That's it. Oh, and how the hell don't they have? Is that double movement? No. It's going to come back. They pick and go here. This will be tough to kick them out here. Norwegians are over. Yeah, they definitely are. They are over, and that'll be a 7-point return, I would presume, with Mark Earls kicking. And I can see who's that getting up. I'll see him now if he turns his back.
Yeah, we'll see that in a minute. But you know what, Adrian? Just there, where you and I saw that gap should have been closed with the post or the pillar or whatever they want to call it, or the rock. And it just the lads just stepped out a little bit, created that gap, and you get a scrum half the calibre of Gaffney.
Rory Gaffney. And it was the captain. It was the captain, Kieran Downey, who converted it. Who touched down, and it's converted by Mark Earls, and that puts us at 25-15. And well, game on again, because if you're going to half time with 12 points, it's back to 10 now, heading towards the water break. It could be a good finish here.
There's be a lot of rugby left in this game, all right.
I think there is, and again,
now we're on the water break.
Just like Sligo's second try, Norwegians responded straight after that. Their third try, Norwegians come straight down again. Yeah. So I think that'll be something for Paddy Pearson and Jason East to think about. We're into their water break here.
Well, that type of thing is easy to rectify. You know, if you are the rock or the pillar or whatever you want to call it, you're the man protecting that foot either side of the ruck. You know, you gotta just stay there. You don't move, and you don't create that gap for somebody like a scrum half that can snipe in. You know,
split second forward that we were complimenting the good D that they've been doing, and they had it down here in the first half as well. And then it's just that felt like Rory Gaffney around. When he sees a space like that, he's going to go.
You can't afford any space like that around the edges with a scrum half like that. And you know, I have no doubt Hubert would be able to spot that. You know, if we just leak a little bit of a gap there as well. Anyway, Sligo have to regather themselves now. And
25-15 game very much still on here as the water break. That means we've hit nearly 20 minutes of the second half in this Energia Community Series round 2.
Good game of rugby, Adrian.
It is a good game of rugby, definitely.
You know, we've seen errors, we've seen great rugby, we've seen errors, we've seen some good forward play, great lineouts from both sides. And we've another 20 minutes to go, which is great.
Yep. Houndon Park here, where their last water break. So heading into the fourth quarter. I know in Aussie rules they call the third quarter the championship quarter, where you make your push. And I think neither side really made their push in that one. So it's going to come down to the death here. 10 points in it.
It started with the 2 errors at the beginning of the second half. One by Wegians, one by Sligo, and it's been fairly even of 20 minutes thereafter.
Yeah, definitely. Errors on both sides, as Ken said here. Sligo Galwegians, brought to you by Rafferty and Co. Elite Sports Videos, and of course Damien King streaming. That's why you're viewing us here today. I was going to say sunny Strandhill. The sun is shining down us a bit of cloudy, but it's as good as an October day at Hofer in Strandhill. But Wegians they've gained in confidence, definitely. You see Damien Torsley, a new addition to the Sligo backroom team.
Yeah, great addition.
Great addition along with John
Damien
Kane
played years ago.
I believe
President of Old Belvedere recently.
He played for Belvedere recently enough as well.
Played in his year as president, I believe. Heard the knee give in then though.
Shaggy goes the call. He picks it up. Shaggy is Matt Towie, the rugby league player. I said Matt, I would have known him from his rugby league days. Now,
they're having
Cuba. The big tackle. Gaffney will go back to Earls. Earls has a big boot. He's going to hit Jim O'Dowdle in the backfield here. Let's see what O'Dowdle's ball skills are like. Into the onion basket it is. And a man, bit of foul language in the 14 because he missed that tackle and he felt he should have got it. Are Sligo going to get something of this? Penalty advantage. It goes to Wegians again. I was obscured there by Jason East.
I couldn't see it either, but it was very slow coming out.
Indeed,
so whatever was going on there,
and they're growing in confidence here.
And in fairness to the Wegians lads, they were calling it early, you know.
Yeah, I was told Wegians were in transition by a few people earlier. Well, they're certainly not today. Well, they're transitioning into a winning position. They could hear very soon.
This transition word, I think everybody's in transition really at the start of the season. Do you know?
What will happen here? Mark Earls will be disappointed himself here because he's kicked almost flawlessly so far. I'm sure Ewan Brown is going to go long. Jason East is down here 50 yards with his hand up. And Ewan Brown has put it nearly down on Jason East with his hand up there. That is an excellent kick.
Super kick.
Excellent stuff.
He just settled back into that pocket and just had plenty of time.
But if you've seen here, Gio had his hand up on the sideline. And look where Gio's standing. Look where it's gone. That was excellent, yeah. That's some clearance. And that's a nice turnover. That's a nice situation turnover, I suppose, when it looked like Wegians were heading towards the Sligo 22 almost.
Great net gain of territory, really, you know.
But we go again, another line out. Number 16 is on for Wegians, Andrew Patton. Angelo Johnson is off, his day is done.
They've been very quick at the breakdown, though, especially when we're attacking and they're defending.
I'd say
they've had a couple of steals. Five at this stage, something like that.
They have definitely. Their intensity definitely slightly above Sligo's. Touch there from O'Dowdhill, and they're playing advantage for a knock on. There was fingertips by Jeremy O'Dowdhill, the co-captain of Sligo. Rory Gaffney, the ball, and the pick, and Shaggy goes again. That's Matthew Towie. He can carry, and he's getting more influential as the game goes on. They'll go wide. That's knocked on. Yeah, it was. Surely it was very low. It was down at the feet of James Kennedy, the left winger for Galwegians. We're in the second half here in Sligo. 25-15. 22 minutes gone. I'd say with a bit extra because of the water breaks. So it's all to play for here. Although it's a 2-score game, it's definitely not over, as Wegians have shown. Sligo just need to settle this down a bit, I feel. When in the loose, would you say Wegians be on top?
Possibly, yeah. They've certainly had the upper hand, especially at the breakdown, I think, in terms of turnovers. And I don't know, have we taken one or two of theirs? They've certainly spoiled a number of ours. Be interesting to see now what we can do from this platform. Great position in the pitch.
It
just
is
outside the 22 on the right hand side of the field.
I think Sligo's last scrum that was down there 22, but when that ball's not moving too far. Here it is. Hubert trying to get in it.
Okay, Tweed. Wasn't the best scrum now from Sligo's point of view.
No,
it seemed to have just got caught in the second channel there midway through.
Would you be fair to say that Wegians came to terms with the Sligo scrum after maybe 20 minutes, the first 20?
Well, possibly. Now Sligo have had a few changes there. If you think, James O'Hare's in. I'm not saying, and all
David
of those
Heath
disruptions. David Heath is in.
Craig Trimble.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep dominance when you are chopping and changing.
It's hard to do it for 80 minutes, and then when you're making those changes, for sure. I thought at one stage Wegians had the measure of them, and then the very next scrum, we pushed them off it again. So we'll see what happens here. That ball just got stuck. I think
it's stuck under a knee
at the second row's feet, so it didn't come back. James mustn't have got a better, the right hook on it.
No, I don't think he did. It seemed to get nearly stuck under his shin a bit, and the ref pulls him up again. The clock, my clock is 25, and others differences with water breaks and stuff.
Philly's Philip Carter's positioning here, right?
Well, he's hugging the chalk here,
right on the sideline,
hugging the chalk.
Because he has to, the inside centre is gonna have to commit at some stage if they do get the ball out, and it might just give them the space on the outside.
Even Cal is in field, you see in your screens there. So Sligo have overloaded this left hand side. If you're looking from the scene, it's the third time the ref has called that scrum up. He wants him to reset again, and as I see, big Craig Trimble, Donegal man, he's ready to go again. I
thought he was sitting down looking like he did his work done for the day. But
I think maybe it's a tactical rest.
Maybe.
What'd you call? He looks very eager to go. Kuba's come back.
He does look eager to go.
I heard him saying there Kuba is going to go back into the forward. So we'll see what that means. We'll figure it out in a minute, I'm sure. Let's get the ball out to the Sligo backs, really. John, you want, isn't it? The one time it's kind of fairness,
out. they were huge, really exciting last year. They really can do
Here
damage.
Here we go, Galwari. He's that lovely pass from Ewan. Who's he hit? Oh, lovely line by Guy. Oh, that's excellent. What a pass into Gavin. Ewan, this has to be a try for the Carter, surely. Oh, no, man, we're under pressure here if they clear the lines. Just obscured for a second here. That would have been sensational. And that's going on here. They're trying to get the ball out. Oh, he's digging now, eh? It's a penalty. Oh, it's a knock-on advantage. A long advantage, and they will clear their... Well, they'll get no advantage. They'll get their scrum. They're lucky to get their scrum.
Yeah, they'll get the scrum. Another super fast sweeping move by Sligo. A little bit of a mix in the centre there. I
didn't expect to see Enda Gowan's backwards pass. I didn't expect to see Ewan come back on the round at the end of that, and it was nearly, so nearly. He delayed it right.
Did Philip take the eye off
maybe
the last
second? It looked like a guaranteed try.
Over his shoulder, it's hard to know.
I think he kind of ran past the pass, but look,
it was good. It deserved to finish.
Starts again with Hubert Galwari's fast, crisp pass off the base of that scrum.
Great pass, yeah.
And so, Matty Early's gone off. I think Kuba is going to go front row. There's a few changes going on here. David Heath's back on the pitch.
Good shift by
very good shift for a young man, ex-Ireland under-18 international. We'll figure out what's going on here. Is Kuba hooking? No. Where's James O'Hare now? Oh, James will be hooking, of course.
Yeah.
So it's a front row of Kuba. I didn't see James actually behind. I didn't see him behind David Heath and between Bengalo and Kuba.
And Trimble is back in, so it's hard to see anybody past him.
So it's a front row of Kuba, James O'Hare, and Pedro Bengalo. And I think
Trimble and Cummins second row.
We're back to we're back. It's Trimble and Heath, is it?
No, Cummins is still there.
Oh, sorry, Heath's gone. He's gone 6.
Yeah,
sorry. It is back to the second row that we started with. Yeah, Trimble Cummins. Sorry, yeah. As I'm sure Weegan's just trying to clear the lines here. Ewan to try and run through him. He gets body, gets contact on. Oh, a bit ropey. Mark Earls, with a decisive right. He's a right-footed kicker.
3 of them out.
And he's took 4 of them out now. And Bengalo, he's knocked it on. Now, will we compromise? Will we? Oh, there's pushing off the ball. I'll focus on the game, though. Hubert Galwari, James O'Hare, head down, straight through.
But he's isolated. Oh no, he got the support.
They looked off the feet there, and I heard that shout from the Wages man. He wasn't far wrong. Here goes Mark Keegan. Mark really cuts a good line. Ball down. There's a kick on this. We could have something happening here. It's a foot race here. Ewan looks behind. It's gone back to bounce, and that'll be a Weegan's ball. Adam kind of got a toe to it, and Ewan just had to block it. Nearly soccer style. He had to get something on that because
a little bit sloppy there in the end.
It was a little bit sloppy, and
it was a great rob by Heath there in the middle in the tackle. He just robbed the ball out, which gave the ball back to Sligo.
Kuba doesn't look too healthy here.
Yeah.
The more loose and frantic it goes, the more it suits Galwegians, I feel. Sligo going great now. As Hubert Galwari tries to talk to his pack, and that there was a touch, but it works out well for Galwegians.
Twice now in a row that Jim has just got touched.
Yeah. Rory Gaffney. We said, Hale Goodard!
Yeah.
No, just stopped. That was a floater now, and he was.
Well, I was about to say it's the type of pass that I hate seeing gone out because
a penalty.
Yeah.
Someone off their feet, was it?
It's that big loopy pass. I was kind of thinking, geez, I hate to see those because it just invites a rush defence on it. And Callis was lightning on that ball. I don't know what the penalty was for, though.
I presume it's someone off their feet. I threw one of them loopers in my first ever rugby game, Ken, up in Connemara one day, and Joe Walsh wasn't too impressed.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. He's still
not too impressed.
He's still giving out to guys on the under-16s for throwing balls like that. And rightly so.
Well,
you know, draw the man, draw the defender and put the other man into space.
I was actually playing for Connemara, would you believe?
That's why you throw it. Or threw it.
Yeah, sure. But look, we'll go back. The penalty didn't gain much ground. The clock ticks on here in Hamilton Park, Strandhill. I've got 10 minutes left, 25-15. And again, Sligo just about. And that's 3 in a row, as you said. I think that was Adrian Cummins was up that time, though.
But again, another knock-on by
West.
Sligo, so knock-on advantage here.
An advantage. How short will the advantage be? It's over now, is it? No, he's still playing it. Oh, Cuba. And that looked to be knocked on, right? And Sligo have it. They've no turned. And a penalty. Oh, no, that's a long advantage.
It's a long advantage.
For a knock-on and...
But there was no advantage, really. They had gone back.
I suppose they come back to the end, so that's the other way of looking at it, yeah. You can look at it
we don't have the privilege of listening to the referee
to
hear him whether he said advantage over or not. Great hit by Cuba there.
Big hit. And
because he was looking like he was struggling with a knock himself.
When he came to that last line out, he did look to be struggling right a wee bit, but maybe just filling the lungs again.
So we're probably into the last 10 minutes.
Well, I had the last 10 on my clock. I know we have a clock at home. We don't have a screen in front of us here. Sligo 25, Galwegians 15. I said...
sun in the Sligo eyes, right. A couple of big balls up in the air could put them under pressure too.
Skyscrapers.
I don't get a feeling that the Galwegians have that in their game plan. They like to run it.
And this man especially likes to rub it. Rory Gaffney. And there's his step again. Here we go. It's Adam Coynan. Big looper again. Oh, look, he did in. Shocked as he shook it down. That he does. They'll have to reset here. Lovely step. And he's got, Philip Carter again. He doesn't miss a tackle, Ken. No. Rory Gaffney's around it again. And there's a captain. There's big Craig Trimble, sorry. And that's surely a Sligo ball. Maybe so. I'd say our cameras have the best angle of that.
Yeah.
Was David Trimble on the
rolling
keeping
away,
that ball
possibly.
I thought it was Sligo ball.
Yeah.
Now, this, depending on where this kick goes, is crucial enough. See Jason East in front of us here in the Sligo coaching backroom staff, also an ex-Galwegians man.
We won't say what he thought about that decision.
No, he wasn't too happy with the ref. Nathan Cairns there, Castlebar man. He's talking to Paddy Pearson, who's in his usual position behind the posts, I'm sure. As James O'Hare says, he needs commentary from Pedro. That means, I suppose, he needs the assistance of Pedro. Sligo need to dig deep here if they can.
They do, and you know what? They're puffing. It's been a good game. There's been a good pace on it at times. A lot of big contests in those two forward packs.
Well, Hubert
who's going to be the fittest guys to finish
that's the other thing. That's good hands.
There's still a great energy to Galwegians.
There is,
just the way they're lining up.
There definitely is.
Soft on by the
from Kieran Downey. A Kerry man, so he's good ball skills, we presume. It's like half it they have. Here comes Adrian Cummins. I don't know where
that's around the neck.
That could be high. Could have been called high. Hubert Galwari. There's that pass
great
again.
Pass. Look at that.
Is that going to go you? And that could go the wrong way for you. Oh, it's a small touchback. Galwari and Sligo. It's going to keep going. Just on 22.
Just
22.
Yeah, that is a scary one when it goes into that dead ball line because it is very shallow.
It's a tight one back there.
Yeah.
Again, Galwari's pass off the base.
That was a high tackle and he missed it.
Probably was Adrian Cummins. I don't know how Adrian Cummins got the ball, but look at that. Well, there's something I haven't seen too often. It was they retain possession with Galwegians. I think caught everyone by surprise there. A few shouts going out. But Galwegians, they're not giving up the ghost yet. 10 points in it. 25-15. One score, next score, whatever it is, will have them right back in striking distance. But they haven't been down in field position now in a while.
You got a release.
And they'll go long now, and that's not going too far. That could even hit me and Ken here. It does. And that could have been the end of the commentary for the day if I tipped over there again. But He was heading for a camera.
I was fearing a loopy pass from him.
Yeah. This game brought to you Elite Sport Video, Roy Rafferty and Co. and James King streaming. Wherever you're watching, send us a text. It's up on the Sligo YouTube page. I know it'll be. Leave a comment where you're listening to. Sligo lead 25-15. It's good to be back on the sporting field. But I know it's good to be back, but when you're back with 10 minutes left in the game, it's about winning then.
It's about finishing it off now as well. 10 minutes up, or 10 points up. What have we got? 5 on the clock. Oh, that's an overthrow.
Like that, James. One like that. That's a big handoff to Ewan Brown.
Yeah.
Wow. And here they go. Adam Cunningham. And that's Mark
the ball
Earls.
was just behind him there. If he puts the ball out in front of him, he keeps that attack going.
Gaffney. We're on the halfway line.
Now Sligo over.
Looks to be over. Brian West, I think, was it? I thought Brian West
He's
over.
pinged us for that
he was
a few
unprotected,
times.
yeah. Big hit by Bengalo.
The two of them bounce
off each other, yeah. Two rotten stars going against each other there.
Nice ball again by the scrum half.
Yeah, Gaffney's a tidy player, all right.
Yeah. Great service. Look at the ball straight out in front of
and
the
here they go. And Mark Earls, ball it wide. I'm not too sure who's the ball over that side. Far side is a cluster of jerseys. It's the far side from us, but Weegan still have it.
Defense is set.
Sligo's defence. Is he going to think Sligo for offside? No. Adrian Cummins up very, very early.
The only thing about shooting out like that, it does create a...
well, case confusion and consternation to a bit of panic maybe. Where will they go? They're going to be... No.
You got to put the tackles in.
Number 18.
Again,
Ben
Gavin and Ewan Brown double attack.
Another sub on for Weegan. And now Gaffney's in. There's a touch on that. Philip Carter picks up.
Just give it to Guy.
Give it to Guy. And here we go. Here's the Brazilian international Guy. There's a goose step. And here he goes. And this is what we're waiting for all day.
Inside.
Guy gives it. It's Ewan Brown. Can he get it to Adrian Cummins? He's going to stay on it. It's not going to play. Last touch could be Weegan's.
Possibly.
Ben McGuinness, I think, pawed at that ball there. He didn't know where to touch it or not.
I was roaring at Ewan to give it inside. I don't know
Adrian
if he could have.
It was Adrian. Yeah, maybe he couldn't have got it out of his right hand. But there was the first real spot.
Lovely bit of finesse there between Brown and Guy coming in.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be killed, but he had the speed just to get on the outside of him.
Step, yeah. And I think he's been dying for them moments a few times in the game. You see when he gets the ball, he's been eager to use them. I think this is going to be...
Well, somebody's panned out
that's
down here.
Ewan, I'd say.
I know, he's okay.
He's all right. I think this is a Sligo ball. Blue ball has been the call I heard down there now, actually. Niall O'Driscoll, the touch judge, is arguing with the ref. And it is Sligo ball, yep. James O'Hare, so there was a touch. Niall was right. Ben McGuinness did touch that. He didn't know where to go for a nonny, fingertip off it. So attacking position for Sligo out of nothing, really. Great
position, yeah. Now, we need James just to hit his man. There was a bit of an overshot in the last one. So
there was.
There's a great, this is the type of position you want. This is the type of platform you want. Like the line-out has been very good all day long. So as is Weegan's one, but this is a great platform that they should be able to work something off.
This is where Sligo could finish the game out as well with a 10-point lead.
Well, when you're in the red zone, you want to be coming away with some points.
Yeah.
Be it an infringement from the defenders or whatever, and get a chance to kick a goal or finish it off with a try.
I see Guy joining in the attack now because he was back in his own 22. He didn't realise it was
and again, ball. James hit that man. Perfect ball.
Hubert will come. He'll drive them forward.
Ball at the back. It's in James' hands. Look.
It's injured here. He got a try last week against Bucks. There's a wee speckling of rain coming down here in Hampton Park now. It stayed away. The ball is loose.
Right at the back.
Nearly there. Penalty. Galwegians.
There was a double roll, I think.
That's
by James on the ground. You can't. Yeah.
I seen a ping.
You must always look for the fight on the ground, but now you
can't. It
can't.
was pinged in Clifton a few times last week, and again, Galwegians get out.
And it's something they're looking at the whole time.
There's that kick, and that hits, we'll say, 5 metres outside the Sligo 22. Disappointing. Sligo looked like the line was there from us.
Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity because it was a super line out. Great throw by James. Great catch, I think, by Jim O'Dowd-Hill. Yeah. I think.
Pedro Bengalo has called for same again. He wants his team to keep going. Or laid on.
Yeah, there's a lot of lads feeling the effects of a tough encounter.
Well, it's been tough, but it's been non-stop. The ball hasn't been out of play for a very long time. It's been straight back in. So I don't know, will Hubert Gilvary be playing for St Mary's tonight? I think he will, by what I know of him. He's all go, as you've seen, come back on the pitch. How crisp is his passing, Ken? We've seen it about 3 or 4 times.
I think it's very
on
good.
The money, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it's very good. Yeah.
Is he a future 9, so maybe ahead of a wing or
possibly,
fullback? Fullback as well.
He certainly looks like he's at home there, and certainly when I played 10, you always wanted a scrum half that would hit you constantly with the ball just right out in front of you. And you're not reaching for it at the ground, you're not reaching above over your head. And each one he's given Ewan Brown, it's been brilliant. As was Brendan Cunningham, though.
Oh, yes.
Do you know, as was Brendan Cunningham.
That was a given there. Sorry, I thought, it was definitely from Brendan as well. He drove his pack on as well. And touched back. Oh, I thought there was interception there for a second. But they'll go wide here. And Cal Goddard! He's got it!
Oh, he caught it and he crept it.
Oh, I thought he was gone. Not gone. Cries of let's go, Wiggins, come up.
Look at it. Yeah.
Because if they go...
Enda Gavin is off.
Yeah, he's off. There's been a reshuffle. So Darragh Byrne is on.
Darragh Byrne is on,
Byrne.
Another super player.
Yeah, he played a very good game for the junior team last week. Big carry again by Matt Towie. Bengalo pulls him down. They've just exited their 22 here. The ball go back. Rory Gaffney still is sniping around. Enda Gavin is vocal here on the sideline. There's some big hits. You can hear the I was going to call him the butcher of Brazil, but that sounds like he's committed some crime. But
I believe he's very good in the kitchen, all right. But as a chef,
big man, big man, and all to our listeners in South America. Oh, that's been knocked on. That could be just the win of the game for Sligo.
Another just at the time they don't want it.
I think that could be it for Galwegians. They haven't been too quick to kick for territory.
No.
Keep in hand, haven't
no. The only time they ever really kicked was maybe a little dink in as a grubber behind the rushing defence, but they didn't even in the first half with the wind in their backs. They weren't kicking to the corners.
No,
you know. So it's obviously the game that they don't. It's a ball in hand type of game that they play.
Maddie Early's coming back on.
Sometimes you just have to put it into the corners.
Well, yeah, especially when I suppose they had momentum at times as well. Maddie Early back on. I think that'll mean. The old veteran, he likes to call himself Russell Boyd, won't see action today, but he's playing for
a big game against
Castlebar tomorrow. Yeah, that's here in Hampton Park as well.
Bit disjointed the last couple of minutes now.
But that's to me understandable, I suppose, with the attrition inside the game. So where's Matty Early going? He's going, well, he's going at 6, is he? He's going open. He's going 7. Sorry. Brian West has gone off. Just shows the athleticism of young Matty Early
and the versatility of the lads in key places.
That's true. I see Michael Story. I hear him shouting power. A shout out to Malachy McGowan, listening in Sligo. Actually, he texted me during the week.
Another mention for Stephen Burns. He's a great man. He'd be out there patrolling the streets for Sligo Coco, and he said that if I give him a mention, I might get a ticket again in the car. I know, I only jest. But in fairness to him, he's always listening in, always following the reports and the results, and I guess the progress of Sligo Rugby Club.
Hopefully, Stephen, it's a good result today. 25-15. The clock is ticking on here. The sun is coming out a bit, and there's a few speckles of rain. But it's been perfect conditions, really.
And the pitch is in good nick.
It is good nick. I walked it earlier. It was a little bit soft. I was kind of surprised, but nothing too. It's been seen in a lot of different states than this. So I hope you're enjoying it at home. Here brought to you by Rafferty Co. And of course Elite Sports Video and Damien King streaming. Hamilton Park, Sligo 25, Galwegians 15. Here we go. He will give his passing is crisp.
Oh, lovely ball.
That's nice.
Cal. Yeah.
It's like a game of Jonah Lomu was playing. Here was Philip Carter. His first touch to attack, really. He knocked one on earlier. Sligo need a bit of patience now, just. They're held up. They were nice hands by Galwari, Ewan Brown and Goddard. They get Philip Carter in. He tackled there. Hubert Galwari, Ewan Brown, Sligo through the hands. Big hit on Cuba. He's driven back. You could hear him. You could hear it in his own yelp. They've held him up. I thought his knee was down. The ref didn't call tackle, and there's a bit of fisticuffs.
Full time, is it?
Maybe it
but
is.
Just on that attack again, great movement.
Yeah.
And you could just see when Cal came around off the wing and into the line that he just straightened up to check the guy in the defence, because there was a bit of a drift coming across, and it just gave Phil Carter that little bit of a space. I
don't know where Matty Early's gone to. The scrum. He's got a hair. Oh no, it's over. Sorry, I was thinking earlier off the pitch there, and I thought there was a scrum to be done, but no, that's it.
I was thinking that last whistle was the end of the game. All right.
So it finished with Cuba being held off, Sligo or going against it, but it finishes in Hamilton Park, Strand Hill. Sligo 25, Galwegians 15. Overall, Ken, I suppose a win is a win. Happy with that?
No, absolutely happy. 2 from 2 in the Energia series. You know, it's great. You know, you mentioned transition. I think all clubs are in transition when it comes to the start of a season. You know, especially if, you know, you've got people coming in from the underage ranks. You've got new personnel coming in. So, you know, it's great. You take it 2 from 2. A little bit scrappy in the last 20 minutes, I thought. You know, it's just that champagne rugby that we were all expecting when Hubert Gilvary went in the corner didn't come. But, you know, I'm happy. The lads will have a lot to work on, obviously. But that's why you play the game, I guess. Yeah,
I think, and this is the feature of Paddy and Jason's coaching, the work they do to rectify the wrongs week 4. So it's Ballina next week for Sligo. To be confident down there to make it 3 from 3.
You can't, like, any away fixture is always a difficult test, you know. So I you know, you'd like to think that Sligo would have the game and the power to take Ballina even down there. You know, they bet them a couple of times last season, but it's a local derby. Ballina do not like losing to Sligo, you know, especially at home. You don't like giving up a loss on your own home turf, and Ballina will be that way inclined. Now, I believe they're a very young team. They've got guys to come in as well, but that'll account for nothing really when it's a local derby down in Ballina.
That game's in Heffernan Park next Saturday, 2:30. Ken, a final word on Galwegians, maybe. As we said, the first 50 minutes it didn't look too well for them, but really they battled back, didn't they? I
thought they did very well, you know. And again, no more than looking at Sligo's point of view, there was a few balls. I was very impressed with their scrum half, Gaffney. You know, his pass was brilliant. There was a load of unforced errors from Galwegians' point of view. Ball not going to hand, a few knock-ons. Passes going just a little bit back off the right shoulder as opposed to out in front of them. And, you know, they'll have that to work on from their point of view. But they always did look dangerous in attack. You know, they had a couple of big ball-carrying forwards. They were getting past the gain line. So, you know, good football by Galwegians. But they just had, I think, a little bit more errors than we had, maybe.
Yeah, definitely did. And I think as the rain finally comes down in Strandhill, we'll leave it at that. Going again, thanks to Rafferty and Co, Elite Sports and Damien King Streaming. Finished here in Hamilton Park. Sligo 25, Galwegians 15. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks. Cheers, guys.